When I imagine myself being seen on the internet for teaching a class called Social Skills for Life, when I imagine this class being seen by people from my past, I feel embarrassed because my social skills have been so terrible. And I can only imagine them thinking, this guy is teaching a class about social skills. So, in my past, maybe this is why I'm fit to teach this class, because I've had to learn this stuff because I was so bad at it. I can tell you that I was so stuck in my head in the past, and I was ruminating on so many fears of what are they going to think, and am I good enough? And I'd be judging myself, and I'd be judging other people too. So just all the energy I was showing up to interactions with was terrible. And I'd be really uptight and really awkward. I wasn't relaxed. I wasn't joking. I wasn't fun. When I am like that, people really enjoy it. I just was so rarely like that. I was just uptight and scared and fearful and judging. And I was absolutely not acknowledging others. I didn't know what that was, didn't know how to do it. All I did when I listened to other people was to listen, do I agree or I disagree? Most of the time we disagree because we're also different and unique from each other. So people aren't feeling that good to share their thoughts or opinions with me. And I was just very insecure. My degree of self-esteem and self-love were really, really, really low. And I'm showing up with that energy. So, yeah. The material in this class and my desire to teach it comes from a deep place of pain of being so bad with all of it. So I'll give you a quick sense of what I've learned that's helped me so much in this arena. By the way, I still screw this up all the time. But nonetheless, what has made these things so much better for me, and these are the core tenets of the class. A big one is knowing the difference between this is going to sound way fancier than it is, but is your autonomic nervous system in sympathetic fight or flight response, or is it in a parasympathetic sort of connected and in flow place? I'll probably do another post on what the hell all that means. But basically, most people are going around in low grade sympathetic fight or flight response. It's stress, it's cortisol pumping through your veins. It's a voice in your head that is critical and mean and fearful. There's a lot of elements to it, but we can leave it at that. That is not the best version of you. And just start to notice how often is that version of you showing up to life. And it's absolutely going to affect how your relationships and your interactions go when you're in the sympathetic response. The parasympathetic response, calm, grounded and flow. Your heart beats slower, your breath is fuller. Instead of cortisol, it's all these well-being hormones that are pumping through your blood. And the voice in your head, this is so key, is kind, it's compassionate, and it's honest. And when that voice is narrating your life and your interaction and your thoughts about you and your thoughts about who you're talking to, it is a different you, it's a different life. Our students know how to put all that fancy sounding lingo into practice in 10 seconds in their interactions. So it's a different them who gets to show up to their social life. We teach them how to acknowledge, how to make people feel seen and heard. We give them really good tools for self-love and how to restore the degree of self-love and self-esteem that they should have if they weren't listening to that BS negative, fearful voice in their heads that comes from stress all these years, which has been lying to them about how unworthy of love they are. We repair that in this class. And the last thing we do is a totally different relationship to rejection, so that the fear that most people are allowing to hold themselves back so that they don't get judged and don't make a mistake, screw that. It's BS. Mistakes, failure, getting judged, getting ignored is part of the game. And it's like any sport. If you're not having any misses, it's because you're not playing. You don't play the game, you don't get what you want. So we discover a way more adventurous and fun and exciting relationship to failure and rejection and getting judged. So you can break out of the prison of letting the fear of what others are going to think hold you back. So that you can do things that you're called to, that other people won't understand, but that are clearly, uniquely part of your path in life. This is what we're teaching in this class. It's everything I've had to learn to get out of the prison of being so awkward and uptight and stressed out and feel I need to connect with others.